This is so exciting, and I'm so excited to make this video for you. And thank you for tuning in to this video review of Choose Yourself, the James Altucher story. And James Altucher, I'm totally excited to have this series on Amazon Prime and to be able to see this on Amazon Prime because he is one of my favorite authors. And his books have been incredibly inspiring, from Choose Yourself to I Used to Be Blind but Now I See, and I think he wrote the Power of No. And so much of his blogs and podcasts and interviews have been very helpful to me. So for that, I am so excited to be able to have this show. And in this episode, in episode 3, James Altucher talks about the concept of the 1%. If you were to improve just 1% every single day, think about what that means. Because it's not like 1% today and then tomorrow you're like another 2%, and then the day after that it's 3%. He talks about the concept of compounding. So not only does the concept of compounding work towards money, you've probably heard about it before, like, if you get 1% every single day, you're multiplying your money, because on the first day you're 1%, and then on the second day you're 1% plus your 1% plus the 1% of the 1%. So when you're doing the math and you actually like compound all of that, it starts to add up real quickly. And think about what that can mean for your life. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and explain what the concept of the 1% improvement every single day, because he does a great job of doing that. But just think about all of the places that you can implement that into your life. And I think that this episode has been such an inspiring episode in terms of hearing about that 1% story, because I've read about it in the books and I've heard about it on his podcast, but to actually be able to see it presented in a video format has been amazing. Now, some of you watching this, you've probably never heard about the 1% concept before, and some of you watching this probably read as many or blog posts and listened to as many podcasts as I have, probably even more. But depending on where you are with all of that, this is an absolutely phenomenal episode, whether you've heard about it before or whether this is the first time hearing about it. Now, the title does a great job. I mean, the concept is very self-explanatory, 1%. But, James Altucher, hearing his story and hearing it applied in so many different ways, and to hear his story applied in context, and to hear the interviews of the things that he does with people, is just an absolutely amazing way of visually bringing together this concept. Because if you've heard the podcast while you're driving, I mean, that's one thing. If you've read the book and you've read the text, that's one thing. But just to get that extra perspective on a video, and to have such great production quality in this series has been absolutely amazing. And there's so much more to this video series. Bringing up some surprises, because there are some things that he mentions in the videos or in this series that I haven't heard about before, even though I've read through his stories, or, having it in context and to actually see James Altucher telling it to you himself, like speaking to you. It's very interesting. And I know for those of you who have read his books and stuff, to actually watch him speaking to you and be able to see the face is a great experience. But for those of you who have not, check it out. Check out this show. There's a link in the description below that takes you to Amazon Prime, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime. It's an amazing show, and I would highly recommend even reading the books afterwards too. And this is so powerful, because when you can start to improve and you could apply these really simple techniques, and it sounds simple, improving 1%, but there's more to it, of course, right? Because to improve 1% every single day is something you have to stay consistent with, that you have to commit to. So it's not as easy as it sounds, but when you have something actionable like that, it is just so powerful. So I'm so glad that this episode was literally all about just how to improve yourself every single day, and how that affects you and how that can affect your life. And he gives so many great examples, and it's done in such an entertaining way that, I give this episode, the show 5 stars for sure. So with that, check out the episode 3, Choose Yourself, the James Altucher story. Be sure to watch the entire series. Now this is the 3rd video, and I'm going to continue to do more reviews, but be sure to like, share, subscribe, share your comments below and tell me, and tell the world what you think about the show, what you think about this review. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.